So hey guys, what's up? So welcome to World News 20 new channel. So let's talk about will summer heat kill west? Some trends, but experts still advise caution. The temperature in several parts of India has crossed 30 degrees Celsius and is expected to touch 40 degrees Celsius in the northern regions in the next 2 weeks. What will it mean to the survival of the novel coronavirus? The effect of the temperature and humidity on the virus is still being researched worldwide. What the expert says. The World Health Organization has said that from the evidence so far, the COVID-19 virus that can be transmitted in all areas, including hot and humid weathers. The Indian Council of Medical Research Director General Baram Bhargava has stressed that at present there is no relationship between temperature and the spread. AIMS Director Randeep Gloria, a member of the high-level technical committee to guide strategies against COVID-19, in a recent interview, the virus probably will not survive for longer duration in an outdoor environment if the temperature is above 40 degrees Celsius. But having said that, one must remember two things: we are still having outbreaks, tropical areas. Second, a lot us spend time indoors where the temperature is air conditioned. Therefore, summer may have been preventing the transmission outside, but possibly not indoors. What research has projected. Researchers at the University of the Maryland School of the Medicine used weather modeling data to predict that COVID-19 is likely to follow a seasonal pattern. In an online paper in the Social Science Research Network, the team led by the Dr. Muhammad Sajidi observed a significant community spread along the east-west distribution approximately between latitudes 30 degree north and 50 degree north. They have similar weather patterns, temperature between 5 to 11 degree Celsius and humidity between 47 to 79%. These include 1. South Korea, Japan, Iran, South Northern Italy, Seattle, and Northern California. Zinc 2019 and temperature data for March and April. Community spread is likely to reach north of the current areas at risk. The paper predicts these includes Manchuria, Central Asia, the Caucasus, Eastern and Central Europe, the British Isles, northeastern and midwestern US, and British Columbia. Although it will be even more difficult to make a long-term prediction at this stage, it is tempting to expect a COVID-19 to diminish considerably in affected areas above the 30 degrees north in the coming months. It could perhaps prevail at lower levels in tropical regions and begin to rise again in the late fall and winter in temperate regions. On the other possibility is that it will not be able to sustain itself in the summer in the tropics and southern hemisphere and disappear its states. Limitations to projection. The researchers acknowledge the above factors: climate variables not considered or analyzed, cloud cover, maximum temperature, human factors not considered or analyzed, impact of the epidemiologic interventions, concentrated outbreaks like cruise ships travel, wild factors not considered or analyzed, mutation rate, pathogenesis, mean that although the current correlations with latitude and temperature seem strong, direct causation has not been proven, and predictions in the near term are speculative and have to be considered with extreme caution. In another study, Mascara's Institute of Technology Research, Kasim Bukhari and Yusuf Jamal Teo discussed the limitation of the correlating the virus spread with temperature and humidity. The analysis showed that for each 10-day period during January 22 to March 21, the maximum number of the new cases happened in the regions with mean temperature between 4 to 17 degrees Celsius and absolute humidity between 3 to 9 grams per cubic meter. However, they underline that the spread depends on the multiple factors including testing, social dynamics, and government policies. Our results in Norway suggest that the 2019 MCOV would not spread in the warm humid regions. The paper notes the MIT paper 2 observes that the countries and states experiencing high COVID-19 growth such as Italy, Iran, South Korea, New York, Washington exhibit weather patterns similar to the regional hotspots of the Hubei and Hunan. Countries with the warmer, humid climate, such as Singapore and Malaysia, had a lower growth rate. Looking for reasons, the MIT paper discusses probable reasons for the fewer cases in the tropics. First, it could be solely be due to the less testing, as many of the countries lack good healthcare facilities and may have not done enough testing to detect the actual spread. Indeed, so far, the number of the testing several densely populated tropical countries, Brazil and Indonesia, etc., have in very large states. Second, it could be argued that the human mobility between the China and Europe and between China and the US is high, therefore the number of the cases in these regions are high. However, human mobility between the China and the Southeast Asia is also high, therefore the lower growth rate in these countries is perplexing. Sophisticated infrastructure does not exist in the Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, Cambodia, and the lower growth rate in the Southeast Asia cannot be explained by the lower human mobility with the China or robust health infrastructure. The paper states, third, it could be also be argued that the government in these countries is taking exceptional measures to stop the spread, which we also know is not true, states the paper. Concludes that the lower counts in densely populated countries between 0 to 30 degree. Now, combined population almost 3 billion may be due to the natural factors that warrant investigation. So if you like the channel, so kindly subscribe to it.